Hey, this was some yabbots, and yabbot is a map where you can play against nobody, and I was doing some yabbots of the stmmm build to work out whether how early I should get my second gas, how weak it would leave me at the 6 to 8 minute mark if I skipped my second racks, how weak it would leave me at the 6 to 8 minute mark if I got my factory really early, all that kind of stuff. So this is the first attempt. I'd call this kind of the standard one. As you can see, I got the first racks in a reactor core and then the second racks with a tech lab. I made sure to keep my one SCV off as it was dealing with ProPress and sent another SCV off to scout. Then I'm going to keep 3 SCVs on auto repair near the bunker the entire time. So that's just what I'm going to do. That's how I roll. I also killed a Marine because I tend to send a Marine off to go scout. Starting stim really early. I'm starting the factory really late. I have not started the factory even though I've gotten my second gas up and I've put 3 dudes on. So I've got 6 guys mining gas. It's 6 minutes already, and let's see. Looks like army spending is 600 plus 200 plus the bunker. So 6 plus 3 is 900. So that's kind of a small, somewhat small army size. Just basically just trying to produce Marines off of both of these racks and keep some dudes around here. I don't know. I think that might not even be big enough to survive a 7-stalker push at 6 minutes. But whatever. Getting this second gas really early is what reduces the amount of dudes you can produce from those racks. But if you don't get this, if you don't get the huge pile of gas, you can't get a Raven in time. And if you don't have a Raven by 9:30, then you can lose to DTs. So it's all kind of a trade-off. So starting a tech lab on my starport. It's all the way into 8 minutes and 30 seconds before I even start the Raven, so it's going to be done at 9:30, so I'm only going to be able to build 1 air unit this whole time. Very sad, very sad. But I am able to spend all my gas because everything in this whole build is extremely gas heavy. Concussive shells, stim, siege mode are all going. And Raven is almost done, and then we're going to throw down a medevac after the Raven. Lots of Marines coming through. Medevac started. And that is all. So we're at 10 minutes. We see 37 SCVs, 2 tanks, 31 Marines, and a Raven with no Marauders. I don't know why I got concussive shells but not a Marauder. I should have gotten at least 2 Marauders. That was just silly. The bunker hasn't been salvaged yet. Usually I would salvage this. And siege mode is just finishing. So this doesn't give me a medevac, but it does give me the 37 SCVs, which means I can pull 9 SCVs or 12 SCVs without dipping into my income very much. An 84 supply is what I got up to. I had too many supply depots. So then, second time through, I decided to try to get some medevacs. Come on, what the hell? Here we go. So as we saw, emphasizing Marine production out of the 3 racks the entire time doesn't give me a medevac early enough to hit at 10 minutes. And Nick is always like, you should push out at 10 minutes, because if you wait longer than that, they can have Psystorm or Colossus. And I'm okay with that. I'd just like to see what I can have by 10 minutes.
Additional supply depots required.
So I question, all 3 of these attempts get a double gas relatively quick, and I question whether or not I'd be able to survive just a 7-stalker push at 6 minutes with this kind of stuff. So up here is the timer in the top right, and it's 6 minutes now, and I have 3 guys near my bunker and 4 Marines in a bunker is my entire defense. So 7 stalkers against 4 Marines in a bunker, I'm pretty sure I would just die, even with the guys waiting to repair. So yeah, I would think it takes about 16 Marines and 1 bunker to stop a 7-stalker push, and I don't have anywhere near that. Anyway. So I built the Raven with the tech lab and then swapped onto a reactor core and went for double medevac. So I got the second gas super early on this attempt, and that let me get 2 medevacs and a Raven, which is what I want, and then also still pull a siege tank and siege mode out by 10 minutes. So siege mode just finished, and I have my tank, and I have 3 medevacs and a Raven and a bunch of Marines, so it's all kind of worked out pretty good. So 39 workers. For some reason I see 38 and it says 39 over here. That's weird. 3 medevacs, 1 Raven, 28 Marines, and a siege tank. So I like the medevacs. Medevacs are good. I don't know that I need 3, but 2 is certainly a lot better than the 0 I had in the last attempt. And we're beginning to see why in practice I tend to go at 11 or 12 minutes, because if you go at 10 minutes like this, it's so, you leave yourself so weak trying to get those medevacs out that you might just lose to a really quick 6-minute push. So here we go, next attempt, camera locked 4x.
Additional supply depots required.
So same general concept up until orbital, scouting with 1 dude. Getting a Marine to send for the early crash, and then getting the quick reactor core. I got the second gas really quick again, and this even before my second racks. And this time I'm going to try to go with just 1 racks and a reactor core and no tech lab racks, and see if I can still get stim out early enough. Again, at 6 minutes, it's important to be able to survive a $1,200 toss army size. So that means Terran army size has to be at least like 800. And I'm nowhere near 800. I would say at least, 600 plus an upgrade or something. I don't know. But whatever, it's definitely, I need to have a bigger army than this. So this, I thought maybe if I go for the second bunker, then that would negate the fact that I only didn't have enough Marines to survive any push, but I'm still dislike this. Getting the second gas that early just doesn't allow you to get a big enough army to survive an early push from toss. So then I swapped onto this to grab stim, while I swap over here to get double medevac. So I have my Raven out already building up energy, and I didn't have enough gas for the second medevac because I got siege mode and a tank. So this, I don't know, this build was just kind of ridiculous. I don't think this is very viable. But you'll notice that exactly the same as the last build, units wise, it gives me 37 to... all of them have been 37 or 38 SCVs. This one has very few Marines, 13 Marines, 2 Marauders, 2 Hellions, 3 medevacs and a Raven, and 2 siege tanks. So I really prefer the second one to the third one, the double racks to the 1 racks, because you get the same 2 tanks, 3 medevacs, 1 Raven, but you get 26 Marines instead of 13. And I just don't think this build would have been able to survive. Also, you can't spend all of your minerals without the second rack, so it's all just ridiculous. And the final attempt.
SCV ready.
Dun, 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 dun.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Scout with my first SCV. Build this first racks. Get the gas at 13 or 14, and go for the orbital command next. And